one kind of a gamaka. Now this one kind of a gamaka is called a Kampita gamaka. So I want to start with that idea of the Kampita gamaka because that's what defines the sound of Carnatic music. If you remove that gamaka from Carnatic music, that specific form of movement, then it will not sound Carnatic at all. You can remove every other form of gamaka and just retain the Kampita, it will still sound Carnatic. So that's the power of that one gamaka. So I'm going to talk to you and sing that one for you. And there's more to talk about that. The Kampita comes in different shades, in different modes, depending on the raga and the context. But it's more or less a kind of a rotary motion. So if I was going to take a raga like Begada, and there is a Kampita gamaka in the swara Ma. Now I want you to notice the next note I sing. Now this movement is a classic Carnatic movement. Now, if I don't sing that Ma like that, it's not Begada. In fact, we call it the Begada Ma. We don't even call it anything else. It's called the Begada Ma. Now, this sound is there in every raga, in many ragas. We can also sing same thing in Ni. Now this many times disturbs people. This sound itself disturbs people. I've heard a lot of people being very... What you need to, need to understand there is the shuddhaness of this swara lies in the fact that you sing that gamaka that way. The acoustic nature of that swara is ma da pa ma da pa ma da pa ma re sa ni ni. In Begada, when I sing that ni has got nothing to do with that ni. Ni da pa pa ma. Now, why I'm saying this? It many times may sound like as if, okay, how does a musician know how to define that? Especially because this gamaka, I'll show you another example which makes even more difficult to the ear, is there is no point of reference of movement. Ma, 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 ma. All this is Kampita. And all this Kampita is allowed in Begada. Okay? So it is this sound that defines to a large extent Carnatic music. You will find it in Ma. I'll show you in another note. For example, in the Gandhara. Ga, 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 ga. This is a raga called Todi. Ga, ri. This sounds closer to what we'll like to hear. Ga, ri, ma, ga, ri, sa, ni, da, ga, ri. There is a purity to this movement that has to be first understood to the listening ear. There is a bandwidth of purity. The bandwidth of purity the musicians know, and the Rasika also knows. If I move the bandwidth more, it will infringe upon the next swara, obviously. So But the Gandhara of Todi is this Gandhara. If I remove Kampita Gamaka out of this Gandhara, Todi will collapse right there in front of us. This is acoustically a very important sound. If I have to sing this, I can tell you this in every raga. Bhairavi, R Bhairavi. I can sing it 100 times. I'll still sing the ma exactly. Ma ba da pa ma da pa ga ga ri ga ma pa ma ni da pa ga ma pa ga ma pa da ga da pa ga ma ri na ta da ri na ri na ri ra ri ga ga. So this you'll find in almost every Carnatic raga. Here actually we make a small differentiation. We use this colloquial term of a heavy raga and a light raga. Now if you want to this is something colloquially used by musicians, everybody. It's very simple to differentiate the two. Those raga in which the Kampita Gamaka is very low in operation, we will call a lighter raga. Those ragas where without the Kampita Gamaka you can identify the raga. Now for example the Mohana. This is still Mohanam. It's already defined. But I can never do this in a Todi or a Bhairavi without the Kampita. So a lot of the times that when we say light raga, we are talking about a raga that actually lacks the heaviness. For us, the Kampita is what gives us weightiness to Carnatic music. And it's important to, in a way, imbibe this sound into ourselves if you want to listen to Carnatic music. Because if you don't, and that's why I want to emphasize the idea of what a Shuddh note is in Carnatic music. A Shuddha Madhyama in Begada is only if it is singing ma 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 re sa. Ma is irrelevant to Begada. Is totally irrelevant. The positional value of a swara is irrelevant to the idea of the raga. The moving value of the swara is what is relevant to the raga. So, which is why Kampitam becomes essential. And I'm saying this right off before we go into Manodharma, because you will see a lot of it and you won't be able to get into the music, because this sometimes I know bothers a lot of people. Many people came and said, this sounds like you're singing Besur. I'm not singing Besur. It's just that you're not used to the fact that that is a movement that is very defined, very, very conscious and very cultivated. So I'm going to go straight into Manodharma and not talk anything else because we don't have much time.